Hello, and welcome to our presentation on the meta-analysis of human personality and robot acceptance. Robots are becoming more and more prevalent, and they are projected to become even more so as time progresses, and the technology becomes more accessible. A major hurdle, however, revolves around the acceptance of these physically embodied intelligent machines. Specifically, it is unclear if humans will accept robots. If they fail to do so, robots will ultimately underwhelm us. They will fail to reach their full potential, and they really won't make life easier for anybody. One of the major predictors that has come up of late of acceptance is humans' different personality traits. Some personalities have been seen in the HRI literature as accepting robots more readily than other personalities. But there's a sort of a dispute here. There's some conflict within this literature. Some of the reviews that we've seen have shown that that's not always the case. And none of these reviews have looked at this relationship in a meta-analytic way. So they haven't done these sort of systematic quantitative investigations of the existing data on the matter. This study is motivated primarily in the same way as these other studies, but we want to take this meta-analytic approach so that we can really take stock of everything that's been done and see where we stand in relation to the question of, can human personality be used to predict robot acceptance? And if so, when? A quick sort of note on what meta-analysis is. Meta-analysis is useful in cases like this, as it can combine information present in multiple studies and can surpass the limitations of any single study to estimate an overall relationship across them. The meta-analytical approach that we took was the psychometric approach. This takes into account reliabilities where they are reported. Reliabilities were imputed from existing reliability data using the PsychMeta package in R where they were not reported. So moving on to our results, we see that human personality did appear to significantly impact robot acceptance. Across all the 26 studies and 1,611 participants those studies contained, we saw a significant mean effect size. So we can conclude from that human personality does seem to impact robot acceptance. One thing to note, however, is that in our heterogeneity tests, we showed that variance was present, and there are likely moderators at play here, which might help explain some of that inconsistency within the existing literature. Starting out with personality traits, we found that agreeableness, extroversion, and openness appeared significant in our analysis, which provides some support for their importance. There was no clear evidence, however, supporting the relationship between neuroticism and conscientiousness. Moving on to age, we examined things across 3 different age groups. We found the relationship between personality and robot acceptance was only significant in the 18 to 24-year-old age group. Moving on to gender diversity, across these different strata, we found that personality was only a predictor of robot acceptance in studies with high and medium levels of gender diversity. For global region, we found that global region was a significant moderator, at least in the case of Europe. Positive correlations between personality and robot acceptance were only significant for studies within samples based in Europe. Samples in Asia appeared to approach significance, but North America didn't. Finally, we look at the moderator of task type. Across these, we saw that a significant relationship was present between human personality and robot acceptance only in cases where the task was physical manipulation. Ultimately, at the end of the day, there were several different gaps in the existing literature. Specifically, there's a need for more studies that go beyond the big 5 personality traits and examine other personality traits. There's this dynamic of dominance that could be an interesting one to explore. And some papers have looked at these, but most have really focused on the big 5 personality traits. So going beyond that would be encouraged. There's also a need to examine adults over 65. This population was largely absent from samples. And finally, there was a need to sort of go out and do studies in places that were not Europe or North America, and sort of expand into different sort of global regions. So summing up all of our findings, we found that the results of this meta-analysis indicated a significant impact of human personality on the acceptance of robots. We also saw that moderators were present. Specifically, these moderators were personality, in the case of extroversion, agreeableness, and openness, age for those between 18 to 24, Gender diversity in cases where it was high or medium. Global region, where the region samples were collected from Europe. And finally, task type, where the tasks were physical or manipulation tasks. So without further ado, I think we'll leave it there, and we'll open up discussion.